If you are watching me live, you are highly welcome. This is a place for separating facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and of course, the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I will be talking about a very important topic. This is on how to deal with negative people in your life and how to clear a successful path for you, a path of success for your spiritual life, your financial life, and in general, for your general well-being. This is a topic that I'll be talking from my experience with what I have observed in my spiritual paths. You see, these people, everybody you know in this life have enemies. We have good and bad people in this world. We have different kind of people, the good, the bad, the ugly. Not everybody can be your friend, and not everybody you can carry along with you. For you to be successful in life or in a particular field, you must have to displace other people that are in that field. This is natural. If you are in a place, maybe all of you are in the same business, for one person to be successful, other people must lose. Other people will not be able to get that the same capacity or the same success rates like you. So anything we do in life, when we go out in life, we try to survive, get money, grow our empire, grow our business, or get ahead in the office. For somebody to be promoted, other people will have to be demoted. So life is a kind of a competitive place naturally, if you look it from that perspective. It's like the most wisest, intelligent, or most consistent. In a way, we always overshadow the rest. You might look it from a perspective of jungle justice or law of the jungle, but not exactly that. Kill to survive. We can have what they call healthy competition. Healthy competition, I can be successful in life, I can benefit, I can move forward. You too can also be successful in life. Okay. But when you are in a place and people start becoming too competitive, it can go to very serious points. In life right now, the way our present economic system, worldview of capitalism is constructed and practiced, it is a game or a system of intense competition. Consume, overtake, grow to survive. So this kind of competitive nature, quite naturally, it might bring out the worst in people. Some people will think that in order for them to survive, they must be able to control everybody or everything that is within their sphere of influence. So this will naturally bring a competition. Then we have some other people that don't even have the idea of even sharing space, sharing anything with the rest of the world. They want everything for themselves. They want the rest of the competition to disappear, to die, or to be under constant subjugation, permanent subjugation. There is no win-win situation for these people. It's either they win and you lose. So we have this kind of people today. By nature, the way things are now, this is the kind of competition we have in the world. So for you as a spiritualist, how do you survive? Do you follow the philosophy of win-win? Or do you follow the philosophy of I will not become aggressive in my game. I will just, when somebody comes to me, I will stay away. I will just give chance so that they can have their way. I don't want to die. I don't want to fight. I don't want this kind of intense competition. Anytime I see problem or anytime I see people trying to encroach into my space, I will leave it for them because I don't want to die. I want to maintain peace. I want to survive. This kind of mentality. We have a lot of people that say that is the best way to survive. That many times you see issues, you're running your own business, you see somebody encroaching or somebody bringing in unfair practices, you let them do it and move to a more quieter, peaceful place. I don't think that is the right way to live life. I believe in a healthy competition. I also believe in trying to play within the limits of the rule of life. Love your neighbor as yourself, and don't be too ruthless in your acquiring of your material wealth or your economic pursuits. But if I see people that are so desperate or ambitious, doing whatever they can to move forward in life, and they are trying to encroach into my space, I normally react to this kind of thing. So quite naturally, if you are somebody that is also on the path of self-preservation, you will and you should find a way to protect your interests, protect what you have. A man that cannot protect what they have is not a good man. Okay? An harmless man is not a good man. So, in my own part, I don't know if this will be true for you. I value the things I have in life that matters to me. I protect them. My peace of mind, my finances, my health, my future, my financial property, physical properties. I protect everything. Okay, when it comes to my stuff, I am that kind of person that you will say is like a mother hen that is very, very protective, because these are things that matters to me. These are things that in this physical world, I need to have them. And in order for me to survive, I need to see the growth and development of these things. So I'm highly, highly protective. And if I see somebody coming into my space, I will do whatever I can, even if it involves me losing blood or fighting. I will do whatever I can to defend what belongs to me. I feel this is my rights, and this is what I am supposed to do. This is my responsibility. I don't chicken out from the competition. Okay, this is the way I was wired. But some people will say maybe I am a bad person or something like that. I don't see anything bad in you protecting your property and protecting your peace of mind. You cannot expect somebody to spend all his years time. You build an house, then you allow people to be running to the house up and down to come and mess you up, or to be coming to your house to disturb you anytime they like, to just come to shit in the whole place. I don't think anybody will like that kind of thing. Like strangers can just knock on your door, want to come in to mess up and just go. I don't allow that kind of thing. I don't think many people allow it in their life. If you are that kind of person that you allow this kind, you will not last long. That your house that you have built will be totally destroyed within the fastest and shortest possible time. If you try that kind of lifestyle, you're not going to last. So there is need for protection. And this protection, you need to make sure you are very, very keen about it. You should not leave your own protection, the responsibility of protecting your property or your life, your children, in the hands of another person, especially this thing people call the government. Me, I don't ever trust any government before my own government. Even I don't trust any world government. You see the way they live their life. So as an individual, anything that you value, you must protect it. If you want it to last, you want it to retain its quality, you want it to be something that is precious to you, you must protect it. Okay, it is very, very important. You must not leave the protection in the hands of anybody. It must be your number one responsibility. Your protection, your own security. I will see a lot of people build businesses. They will have family. They will have a lot of things, but there's no single protection. It's like they don't value it. A lot of people will be in marriages. They don't protect their marriage. Somebody can just walk in, just cause problem for them. The marriage will break. Then the next thing they'll be blaming somebody else, but you fail to protect your marriage. If you love your wife, you must care for your wife. You must do things that will make her happy. You must do things that will make her don't want to look outside. There's a lot of temptation now all over the world. A lot of men, they have low moral characters. Nowadays, they have money, they don't know what to do with their money, they use it to do evil. You must protect what you have, value what you have. Okay? If you don't value it, you will lose it. You will lose it because this world is highly competitive and people don't care anymore. Many people believe that mind is right, that if they have money, they can do anything they like, and most times they get away with it. So you have to be very protective. If you are in a marriage, you love your husband, show the person care, except the person does not have any kind of self-worth before they misbehave. You have to let them go. But if you know this person have good character, the person is trying, nobody's perfect. But when you see somebody that is trying in a relationship, you will know they are putting effort to make things work, they are doing their parts, they are putting in their bits. When you see this kind of people, don't let them go. Don't treat them like trash. Make sure that you appreciate them, make them happy, do your best to do your part. This is how we bring happiness to our life. They say if it's when two hands wash each other, that's when the hand will be clean. The way they talk it, like just now. When hand wash hand, 9 hands till they clean. Okay? Not just one hand alone will do the work. So you must protect what you value. You have children too, you must also protect them. Don't be abusing them. Don't be doing things that will make them hate you or make them don't have their confidence. You should make your children your friends so that they can tell you things they see on the streets. They can tell you things they experience. They can tell you what is really going on in their life. If you don't connect with your children on this level, they'll be hiding things from you. And that is very, very dangerous. When they start hanging out with bad gangs, you will not know. When people do them something outside, they see bad people, they see people doing bad things. These pedophiles, we have them in some families. They will be telling you, this man did something to me, or this man said something that is inappropriate. You will understand. Or they see people dealing drugs, or see things in the street. Children see a lot of things. Meetings that adults don't see, they see it. They will be telling you all these things. You'll be getting information. So you need to protect them. Then when it comes to your business, if you see your fellow business person or your so-called partner or colleagues doing ruthless practices in order to get ahead, and you find that these practices will be detrimental to your own progress, I would suggest you do the same thing with them. If you're in office, you see somebody backbiting you or trying to make false reports in order for them to get promotion, there are things you can do. In our African spirituality, we have a lot of things we can do for this kind of regards. In this channel, I talk about a lot of spells. There's a reason why we have all these things in African spirituality. Many people in life, they think they are smart. They are very, very crafty. But nobody's wiser than God. When you practice African spirituality, there are problems that you can be able to solve by yourself without going through normal protocol, by going direct to nature. There are many things that you can be able to do to get ahead. Part of the reason we do a lot of spells, there are many things we learn. By doing these things, we actually are empowering and protecting ourselves. We're protecting ourselves from poverty. We're protecting ourselves from evil people, negative people. We have people that pretend to be your friend, but they are not your friends. These people, we see them every day. They pretend to you, they try to show that they like you, they often laugh with you, eat, drink with you, do everything with you, but deep down they're not happy, they want to see you downfall. When you come across this kind of enemies, these are the kind of people I want to talk about today. How do you deal with them? This is really complicated cases. People will live with. How do you deal with this kind of people? The way you can be able to deal with this kind of people is to have an authentic personality. You have to be real to who you are. You have to be true to who you are. You have to know who you are first of all. If you know who you are as a person, this word they say know thyself. There's a lot of tremendous power that comes from this self-knowledge. Knowing who you are, especially as a black person, as an African. You're in the midst of racist people. And we know racist people are everywhere. It is not easy being black in life today. Even me, as I travel a lot, I experience racism almost many places, but it does not while my authenticity is what I use to deal with it. I don't even feel it because racism for me is power, white supremacy. A lot of people believe that white supremacy is the way to go. That they believe that the only way black people can survive in this world is to bow down to white supremacy, to just shut down their own life and be like white people, be like caricature, follow them. You don't need to have your self-identity. You don't need, we don't even, they don't believe we won't have self-identity. They believe that, they want to believe that black people have no place in this world except to do only what, to follow the footsteps of white people. I have had a lot of friends in this Asia, this country that I've been, this Manila. It's even simple, yes. I'll meet some kind of Asian people, we talk, move around. When these people discover that I have my own authentic African beliefs, my authentic spiritual system, they are a bit shocked. It's shocking for them that me, as I am as a black person, I still choose to retain and practice my African spirituality. The thing is confusing for them. They don't know how to handle somebody like me. They don't know how to handle it. They expect that as a black person, we don't have spirituality, we don't have history. We should be second-class people to white people. This is what they believe. Then when they see me, some of them, when they see me, they hear the kind of things that I talk on YouTube. They see the kind of lifestyle that I live. The thing is like shocking for them. Like, whoa, what is this guy trying to do? His own view is like he's trying to overthrow the system. He's trying to overthrow the norm. It's like a rebel. Many of them cannot explain this. You see, many Asian people have been conditioned to see white people as the first citizens of this world. Many of them don't even have in their mind, in their imagination, that black people ever ruled this world before, that they may one day look up to black people for direction. Many Asian people don't think like this. They have not even come to that realization. The way we were brainwashed in Africa, they have also been brainwashed in Asia as well. A lot of them have been brainwashed in Asia as well. That there will be a possibility that one day black people will be at the helm of things in this world, the way white people are directing their affairs. Many of them have not come to that realization yet, that is even a possibility, and that was the way it was before the destruction of the black civilization. So when these people kind of discover me, discover my view, my philosophy, many of them are naturally scared of me. They become scared. They don't know how to react to me. They don't know. They're always quiet. And that gives me a lot of power as well. It's not that I threaten the person or I try to talk. I just, by being authentic to who I am, by standing for who I am, I have been able to get a lot of people to give me respect that I desire, that I deserve. These are people that quite naturally, if I don't know, if I follow the rule of white supremacy, maybe I am one of these, how will I say, Negro pins, they will not respect me. They will always look at me as a second fiddle or something that is trying to catch up, like somebody like, how will I say, when you a flower that is just a wall decoration that is just there to bring diversity to the whole place. Most of them, they use black people nowadays for tokenism, whereby you go into establishment, you must see one black person there, so it won't look like they are racist. They didn't employ any black person. So see, we have a black guy in our crew. We are not racist. We are okay. Then that black guy will be playing the role of Uncle Tom. Always seems to be happy, trying to give the impression that everything is good. Yes, see, they are treating me fine. I'm okay. There's equality. I got a job. There's no, don't look at everything is okay. Just keep moving on. I see this tokenism a lot. We see it in the news. Americans, they do this a lot. When they want to do some kind of bad things, you see American government, they will bring a black person to associate, to show in the news. The other time it was Obama. When they want to destroy, kill Gaddafi, they'll say it's black people doing their thing. No, it's not black people doing their thing. They're just using a black person so that you relax your defenses when you see him. It's not your brother. He's there to kill you. So white people, they play this game of tokenism. Asian people also play the game too. Nowadays, people are talking about diversity. We need to be diverse. We need to recognize every race. We need to stop racism. How many people are actually stopping racism? Racism, the fall of racism is the destruction of white supremacy. And we can never really fight racism if we still retaining this order of white supremacy in the world. This most of our brothers, they will talk about racism, but they are Christians. You cannot be going to church every Sunday and then you claiming equality with the white man when you are actually worshiping the white man. I talk about this thing many times. It's an oxymoron. You're saying Black Lives Matter, then from Monday to Saturday, on Sunday you pack all your money, go to church to praise Master Jesus. It doesn't matter. You already show yourself that you're a second-class citizen to Master Jesus. The only way black life will matter is if black deity matter, if black spirituality matter to you. That is the only way people will respect you. Why people respect Chinese people today? Chinese people were also enslaved too. The Japanese did a whole hell of evil stuff on China. The UK was selling cocaine. If you study China history, UK was selling opium, was shipping opium to China to sell to the citizens. When the people revolt, they killed the people. They did a lot of bad things to Chinese people. Chinese people, despite all what they did, they didn't leave their ancestors. They did not abandon their ancestors. That is why they are strong today. They went back. A people that's no, as far as you connect to your authentic divine self, evil can come to you for a while, but it will not find place in you because there's nowhere for it to attach himself. You did not give in to it. You didn't accept it. You reject it. Same thing happened to India. India people was colonized. The British killed up to more than Churchill killed more than 200 to 300 million Indians, starved them to death. Winston Churchill from UK. So many things happened to India. Despite all that happened to them, they didn't give up their ancestors. Look at them today. People respect them because they know that these are original people. People will not respect you if you're not authentic. The problem why people don't respect black people today, we gave up our own spiritual systems. We adopted their own Christianity and Islam. We didn't even modify it to let it favor us. We just accept it hook, line, and sinker. This is our detriment today. Authenticity gives you a lot of power. It gives you a lot of natural protection, natural immunity from racism, negativity of people. The way I live my life in Asia is very simple. I already know who I am. When I go to a place, I'm not going there to put myself to second class to anybody. I'm not going there to believe in hope and faith that I'm looking for a job or looking for opportunities. So I don't give room to anybody to feel that they have a leverage over me. I don't negotiate from a state of weakness. Anything I do, I don't negotiate from a position of weakness. So you cannot actually raise the worst you can say is to say something negative or say something bad. As far as you're not giving me job, I'm not working for you. You cannot affect my life in any way. You can say anything you want to say. I can also say things back, and I always say things back. I insult people a lot. People already know that. So a lot of people will expect that as a black person, you need to you should be in a place of suffering, looking for, and a lot of black people, I see a lot of my people, they travel to abroad looking for opportunities. As a result of that, they don't want to offend anybody. They don't want to be in the black book or bad book of anybody. They are always very, very, let me say, law abiding to their own detriment. People already know that black people are like this. They endure pain a lot, they endure hardship a lot, they take a lot of nonsense. So people want to most times step on their toes. Many times they try this to me, they get disappointed. Instantly, I strike you back instantly. The person will be shocked. See, what kind of black person is this? Are you not from Africa? Yes, I'm from Africa, so that's why you feel that you can be able to pick on me. You will be disappointed. I know my right as an individual. One thing that I do, any place I travel to, I also make sure I am legal. I am not the kind of person that will go to a country then without visa, will not have a visa or stay. I'm not that kind of. If I don't have visa, I don't have residency, I don't stay in that place. Because I know how they treat people, especially in Asian countries. They already have this problem in Asia here. Asia is a good place for black people to come. I will tell you that I like Asian countries more than so-called Europe. I have friends in Europe or in France, Italy. I see the kind of life they live. Compared with the life here is not that expensive. Travel is easy. It's okay to live here. There's a lot of variety as well. It's pretty much like Africa in a way. The only difference is the skin of the people. Many times I think I'm in Africa, to be honest. Same stuff we have here, they have it there. Same kind of food stuff, but they eat it in a different way. All the things you have, okra, catfish, egusi, red palm oil, they have all the stuff here. Same thing. I'll just be laughing most times. And then when I see black Asian people, these are the real authentic Asians, I see them sometimes, I will laugh. These are people, Africans that came here thousands of years ago. But now, many of them are now white in a way. Many of them have been mixed. The whole world is always like a soup kitchen, people getting mixed and getting mixed. But life here is it's okay. But occasionally we see one or two races. This is born out of the myopic reasoning of the world. People that they think that black everywhere, everybody is suffering from Africa. But a lot of people, they get disappointed when they see you living life that you living average life or good quality life. They not expect you to live. They believe that you come from Africa, you should be suffering, you should be doing many a job, begging for hands or begging for job. But when they see you not doing all those kind of things, you're living well, it shocks them. It shocks them, and then they want to know more about you when you start telling them things that you are not connected to any of these factors of white supremacy. It also shocks them that a black person can exist on his own, to have his own wisdom, his own personality, his own spirituality, his own philosophy, without the corruption or the addition of anything that has to do with this white supremacy philosophy. It shocks them a lot. I've seen this kind of things in the eyes of so many people. So I get satisfaction when I see these kind of things. A lot of white people, they get scared when they meet you as a black person. They see that you're not working for any white multinational, you're not working for any of their companies. You have your own business, and most importantly, you have your own spiritual system. It shocks them, meaning like they cannot control you, they don't have anything, you are not attached to them in any way for your own survival and sustenance. When you're in a discussion, you tell people all these things and they see you, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. The thing is shocking to them. So a black person can actually exist like this on his own and is self-sufficient. This kind of mentality is dangerous to racist and white supremacists, because when you are self-sufficient spiritually, economically, there is no way for them to control you. They have no power over you. They cannot sanction you in any way. If you are like this, how you want to sanction you? This is what every black person should look up to. This is what every black person, every black nation should look up to, this self-sufficiency by themselves, for themselves. And it can only come from your own authenticity, being true to who you are, practicing your own indigenous spiritual system that is native to your bloodline, that is your hereditary, your rights, your connection to these heads, That thing, you have to restore it back. Once you have this connection back to this head, this is what I will call ultimate power. You will live forever. Nothing can stop you because you are a part of you become like a force of nature. You are existing in your own flame. You are bringing this and you are bringing this power, this force that is self-emanating, that is alive on its own. There's a word they use for it. I don't remember the word now. So you have to get to this level whereby you become self-sufficient spiritually and physically. That way you can be able to grow, expand, share your light all over the world, or spread your influence all over the world. That is what will give you that power. You see how Chinese people are spreading everywhere. They have this power. You see Indian people too. They are connected to who they are authentically. Even the so-called white people, they have their own power too, even though it's full of negativity. It's only black people. A lot of black people don't have this power. That is why you see Africa, we are always downstairs in everything. The spiritual system that we are practicing is pressing us down. It's pressing our glory down. It's pressing our freedom. It's pressing our success. That is why we need to get rid of this spiritual system. That is why I keep saying this religious tolerance thing in Africa, we must not tolerate it, or we must find a way. If we want to survive and we want to really grow, we want to be like other people, we must find a way to obliterate Western religion from our lands. We must think of a way, and this can only come by real education, by teaching the truth of who we are, teaching our children our authentic history, letting them know who we are, that we are not slaves to anybody. White people did not invent everything. We need to teach this original history of humanity to our people. This is the only way that we make the next generation connect directly to the source, and they will not make the mistake our forefathers make. This is why I'm here today. For anybody that is practicing African spirituality, this must be your responsibility. It must be your aim. It must be your mission. Your mission. Because right now, we are totally disadvantaged. You will see them go, oh, they're religious. So no, there's not like religious. These people are killing you. They are taking over the game. They are oppressing you in every way. And now they are trying to poison African spirituality. When you tap into who you are, authenticity, the power that comes from there, it's an unstoppable power. Really, really unstoppable power. We need to work at things to do for our people, especially our children. Now, many of us here are practicing African spirituality, and many Africans, more too, they don't care about African spirituality. They have been brainwashed to see African spirituality as evil. When I tell white people that I practice African spirituality, they respect me more. But when I tell most black people that I practice it, especially my brainwashed brothers, they run away from me. They get scared. They look at me as some sort of primitive, old-fashioned, evil person. They don't even understand. They don't even want to understand it. When I will tell them, look, I approach it from a scientific perspective, they think that I am mad again, that it's not possible. That African spirituality, somebody told me that it has no connection with modern science. I wanted to laugh my head off. They say it has no connection, that what I am practicing is totally evil, darkness, backwardness. This is somebody that is our brother. What can we say? I was like that once, but I laughed so hard. Many people don't know the connection. This is because of the lack of education, lack of awareness, and the negative publicity that mainstream religion have put on African spirituality. Many times I talk about religion. There are so many people on this channel, undercover Christians. They see me, they watch me, they try to study me. When I make posts blasting religion, you will see them writing comments to defend Christianity. The thing is shocking to me. I said, where can this Nico Pumps? You see me every day, I put a lot of evidence on the channel, you will keep quiet. But when I say something about your God, I expose him. It's like you don't want people to know the truth. You want him to be okay. You like this religion that is destroying you and your people. It's like you working for your own destruction. They will be attacking me. I say now, wow, which kind of people be this? When will this end? This mentality ends. These people are suffering from self-hatred. Many of these people, if they have chance, I know they are planning to kill me. They will like to kill me to see me dead so that I will stop talking about religion. Me talking about the religion, I'm attacking their whole spirituality according to them. I'm attacking everything that is sacred to them. What is sacred to them is this false knowledge, this course. Many of them have been made to believe that there's a place called heaven, that it doesn't matter what happens, that when they die, they will go to spend eternal life in heaven. Then some of them are also making money from religion. It's all they know, all their family, Christians, Muslims. It's everything about them. They exist for the religion now. And it's going to be difficult for those kind of people to be free of this stuff. But we need to keep trying. We just cannot give up hope. When we give up hope, everything will die. When you see this kind of people, we need to keep sharing the message, sharing the messages, showing truth, especially on social media. Social media has been very, very helpful. If not for social media, a lot of us will not have access to this knowledge. And a lot of people too will not wake up. So as a spiritualist, you must be sharing stuff. It should be part of your life work. You must be sharing. And you cannot just stop at sharing. You need to learn. Practice spells, learn how to do spells, learn more. The more things you learn about your spirituality, the more power you have, the more connection you have to your own divinity. So it's a lifelong practice for us. It's not enough that we should just know the history. We must know the spiritual part of it. And we must be ready to work hard to develop it too. Is the responsibility of every awoken African. We must develop and advance it. This means we must contribute money to it. The money you contribute, when you spend money learning it, you spend money, you do spiritual work, you buy materials, you study this knowledge, books and things, anything that will help you access. It's part of the development and advancement. The more you do this, the deeper you go. When you have reached a state of critical mass, you cannot stand on your own. You will start teaching other people, helping other people. There's a lot of power in this stuff, a lot of raw power. This is the only source of spiritual power for African people. This is the only source for us. Any other system will not work for us. Any other system we like, you run to Buddhism, Hinduism. There's no other system for us except African spirituality. This is the way I see it. And when we're practicing it, we must make sure that we don't mix it up with tradition. Nowadays, a lot of African spiritual system has been poisoned with tradition. Many people follow tradition, they don't follow spirituality. This is why we are here. And the tradition does not work. You come to West Africa today, you see Nigeria, you see people, they practice African spirituality like they're going to church. You have to dress in a certain way, do this in certain... The traditions don't work. I have been there. Most times it's just waste of time, waste of money, spending money. It doesn't work. You see, many of them are still poor. Many of them don't want to upgrade their spirituality. You need to upgrade it to this modern day 21st century. If you study Kushites, the ancient Egyptians, they always upgrade their spiritual system. So you see, they're always changing gods. They upgrade it. When they see that the system is no longer working, they adjust it. They keep readjusting, recalibrating it. Anything that is not working, readjust it. They are scientists. This is why I practice Kushite Kemetic spirituality. It is malleable, it is flexible. You cannot say because my grandfather is sitting on a stone during their time, I must continue to sit on the same stone. Even when they have chair now, they have sofas, I must still go and sit on stone. You need to keep upgrading. You must keep reworking what you're doing, getting new methods, keep experimenting, trying out new stuff, combining stuff to get better results. This is all about life. So if you in a system it's not working for you, upgrade the system. If you see the deity is not responding, you do away with that deity, get a new African deity, You can try different systems. Try Santeria, try Palo Mayombe, try Queen Banda, try Orisha, try Kem. You must see the one that will work. You must see the one that will be adaptable to your lifestyle. You must see the one that you will flow with. You cannot just sit in one place, say this is the system, I will die with this system. No, change. You have right to change spirits. I have changed. I have more than 50 parts. There are deities I was running with before. We don't talk anymore. I have moved on to new deities. I change. Different spirits come into my life. I have to deal with spirits that are suitable to my lifestyle, that are suitable to the kind of things that I want, the kind of flexibility, mobility, financial freedom. I flow with those kind of spirits. I don't have any spirit that will say will tie me down. There are some people that will be very, because of African spirituality, they cannot travel from their village. Wetin happen, the juju go vex. Who go find the juju? Who go give the juju food? So now then you go just sit down for this shrine till you die. You not go live life. So many kind of traditional things. You venerating a deity. You are not free to do certain things or certain days. You are not free. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. You forbid this. You forbid that. Everything is superstitious belief. Are you in prison? What kind of spirit is that? That is holding you to so many bandage. There's one spiritualist on Facebook. This guy is my friend, but he's a madman. If you see all his hair now, his dread is so much. Even his beard is not dread and so dirty. He has channel Facebook. He talks sometimes. He's my friend, but he's mad. The kind of spirituality he practices, he see me as an evil person for even traveling abroad. He see me as an evil person for even having white friends. He see me as a bad person. This is the way this boy sees me. I always tell him, I say, you are a mad person. I don't say your madness not get caged. The kind of spirituality he practices, I can never practice that kind of spirit, because that spirit, whatever spirit is venerating, is a myopic spirit. A spirit that cannot see into the future. A visionless spirit, a mad spirit, and the spirit is venerating is reflecting in his body. When you see him, he looks like a madman. I say, now wow. I say, who they follow this kind of person don't have a direction in life. Somebody that is looking like this, want to be your spiritual leader. This visionless person that I'm seeing. This boy even thinks that marrying from another tribe is a sin, even within the African race. This is his level of ignorance. We can have different levels of ignorance in African spirituality. Some people will subscribe. Of course, you have some followers. Nowadays, anything you do, you will always see people that follows you. The world is like that. Even if you are a serial killer, you will still see people that like you, that have the same mentality and view. So funny place. But one thing you need to know, not every African spiritual practice will bring liberation to us. Real liberation comes from authenticity and ability to adapt to modern day changes. Okay? There's need for us to develop and advance our spiritual knowledge. So we must continue experimenting, we must continue learning, we must continue diving deep, digging. You study different spiritual systems, bring them together, develop your own method. What works best, apply it. Okay? You must always be advancing, developing. It is good like that. Experimentation is the way to knowledge. Okay, this is the way I see it too. So for dealing with negative people, just be authentic to who you are. Once you are authentic, you connected to your own divinity, you have a lot of power. And once you have this power, as you become a living vessel for Olodumare, for the Supreme Being, as a living vessel, you have to be decreeing things into existence. You need to be making pronouncements. When you make pronouncements, it comes to reality. When you talk word, your word is powerful and it manifests. So that way you become a priest. When you speak things, when you go to your shrine, you do your prayers, you say things that manifest in the physical universe. So when you are in this point of power, you are already a priest. You need to watch your word. Because things you say, they will manifest. They are powerful words because you are a vessel for the supreme power. Okay? So what you'll be doing there is to be making pronouncements, changing your own reality, calling things into existence, bringing forces together, bringing balance and harmony. This is what you need to be doing. Authenticity will give you this power of making pronouncements. When you see these negative people, when you speak, they will keep quiet. You shut them down. When you talk, they cannot be able to talk back to you. When they see you, they will know that you are different. This is not like other black people. This one is different. This one is self-sufficient. This one is living. He's fully alive. He's fully connected to his divinity. He needs nothing from you. When you have this kind of spirit, people will see it inside you. And when they see it inside you, they have no option than to accept you for who you are. And variety is the spice of life. So you will never, anywhere you go, people see you, they want you as an ally. Anywhere you go, they want you to be your friend. You add value to the place you go to. Me, I go out a lot. Anywhere I go, I always add value. People, they see this in me. Some of them like me. Some of them are just wondering. Some of them are weird. Oh, this guy is like this. As a black person, like this guy is different. You need to be different so that you can bring value. That is the only way people will respect us as black people. Okay? You add value, than people will think that, oh, you are like a liability or you have no consequence. We don't need to be giving that kind of impression again. Okay? So once you have this, you don't care about racism. You can be able to manage racism. The white people can do nonsense. Most times, deep down, these racists, they are always envious people. I see many of them as envious people. They envy a lot. Envy, jealousy and envy. Jealousy, you don't have something, you wish you have it. Envy, you have something but you don't want somebody to have the same thing that you have. It's worse than jealousy. Many of them are envious people. So you leave them to die. Envious people are usually miserable people. Okay? Some people are miserable. They don't want other people to be happy. When they see you happy, they are not happy. And you cannot allow anybody to take your happiness. This is who we are. And we have to live, enjoy our life without paying attention to anybody. We don't need to take permission from anybody to be happy. Okay? So once you have this mindset, you will become very successful in life. Very, very successful. You will not be spending money anyhow. You will not be rolling around with people that will waste your time, trying to be good to people, trying to suck up to people with the hope that they will help you tomorrow. A lot of Africans make this mistake. When they come abroad, they'll be so kind, especially to white people, because they are looking for connection. A lot of people already know this. When they see you, they will want to use you to be doing menial job, to be treating you bad, because they know that you're looking for opportunities. So they will want to deceive you. Oh, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that if you work for me for free. And a lot of black people, they fall for this. So I met one nice white guy or one nice foreigner, he promised me so many things. You start working for the person for free. The person will just use you, use your time, your energy. At the end of the day, you will never get anything, and there's nothing you can do. A lot of Christians have this mentality. They believe in hope and this and that. I don't believe that, so I believe what I see today. If you have self-sufficiency, you have value, you will not fall for this kind of trap. Nobody will use you like this. People cannot use you. You will not bring yourself down so cheap for people to use you. As a black person, we must at least know one or two things we can do with our hands to make money. Forget that university degree. We all have that degree. You need to learn one or two skills that you can use to get money before somebody will give you a job. This is the mentality we need to have. You can go to their school. I have 3 of the university degree. I'm not using them for really doing motion. We not lie for you. But I have them. Somebody led me to believe that if you have them, the sky is the limit. We did all that. But you must still have something you can do with your hand that will be giving you money. You must find a way to be self-sufficient. You must find a way to empower yourself. so that before somebody will give you job, you can make money, especially before coming abroad. I tell people, you want to go abroad from Africa, from Nigeria, you must have hard work. Oh. If you are a girl, you must learn how to do hair. If you can do hair, it's fine. If you have talent, you can sing, you can play ball, you can dance, you can do sports. You must get talents before you come abroad. Not just coming there, you start running everywhere with your certificate. Our certificates don't mean shit to people outside the continent. They have not even employed their own people. Why do you think they will employ you? You must be exceptional. They can only employ you when they pay you very low salary that their own people will not accept. The salary they will even pay you cannot even save it to use to do money and do something at home. You need to think about all these things. Except you're coming to make fast money. I tell people you have to learn G. If you can learn that one, it's okay. But I don't advise anybody to come and do drug trafficking. I am totally against that. Okay, so people that will want to go and swallow cocaine, I don't support that. But any other thing you can do. I don't also support prostitution too, but some people do it. I don't support that one. But try to get skill of doing something with your hands that will bring money. Okay, it will give you a lot of respect, and it will help you a lot before you travel abroad. Okay, so this is the way I see it. I don't know how you guys see it. Everybody to his own. But one thing we need to know, we cannot deny the fact that we have to be self-sufficient as a people spiritually. We need to be spiritually connected. There's a lot of power in this. Okay, we need to make contact with our African deities on a weekly basis at least. Okay, there are rituals that we do that we open this doorway. Once we open this doorway, we connect back to our divinity. We have this power within us. So what we need to be doing after that is to be making pronouncements, just speaking our manifestation, and things will start happening. Once you have this full connection, people cannot be able to play with you. All these bad people around you, they will be scared of you. They will run because they know that you are already a complete package. They'll be scared of you. That way, can be able to fight racism and white supremacy and whatever they are storing your way. Okay, so this is what I have for you today. Today is a very special day. Last night we did a full moon ritual last night. It was very, very nice and everything went well. So I'm just resting today. Say I should come. I hope you like my new vacation location. It's part of the job. So I thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I don't really have much to do today before we cut off the live chat. If anybody have any questions, you can ask. Then for those people that are doing the rites, I hope that you will take this opportunity to do at least one rite this full moon. The moon is still going on. You can do the rite tonight. You can write your petitions in the night time. You can burn it. You can sign it. You can give offering. You can any kind of rite you want to do. This is a powerful time to do it. If you want to do your river walk, you can do it in the night time. You can do it. This is a very powerful time to do rites. And these rites they actually work. Okay, try to do something. At least if you don't want to do anything, at least light a candle in the night. Light a candle and say a wish. Say something. This moon is a very powerful moon. Okay, do something. You are going to get a spiritual connection. Okay, if you have access to river, go there and drop something there. If you can do a full moon blood rite, you do it. If you don't have any access, at least light candle, do libation, but do something. Any step forward is still going forward. It's better than doing nothing. Okay, so the moon is still on. You can actually do something now. So I thank you for watching. I'm very happy today, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. If anybody want to join my class, River of Knowledge, the website is still there waiting for you. If you want to read my book on quantum physics, it is still there. And if you want to do any spell, love spell, hexes, breakups, all of them are still there waiting. I have a lot of powerful stuff that we'll be doing. You can also contact me. So apart from that, I wish you a very wonderful Sunday, and I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.